Good day, everyone. I'm Andrew Mills. I'm here to talk about the stretching debate. I have heard this question again and again and again. Oftentimes I'm working with athletes, and some of them are told that it's very important that they stretch before they perform. Others are told not to stretch before they perform. And which side's correct? And the answer is yes, they're both correct. They're really having two separate conversations, but with many topics in our society, we tend to get them kind of muddled together, and we're having an argument over something that really shouldn't exist. So we have different types of stretching, and each stretch, just like a tool in a toolbox, has a different purpose. And so we're really comparing apples to oranges in this debate. So think of static stretching, active isolated stretching, and dynamic stretching. These are the three primary types of stretching. There's many more that we use in our training facility, but let's just talk about these basic ones. Static stretching is great for toning down a muscle, reducing its neural drive so it's not quite as active. This is good and very helpful when we're trying to improve someone's range of motion and they have poor control over their muscles. When we think about this in a performance standpoint, the last thing you want when you're about to have a high demand from a muscle is to turn it off. Because then when you need it to work, it's not available to work to the extent that you want. And that could increase your risk for injury. So for that side of the argument, they're right. But then on the other hand, if your risk factors are higher because you lack range of motion and mobility, well then you might very well need that static stretch. And you may even perform better because you can move better now. But the effect of having your neural drive decreased after that stretch is still in effect. So then you might do a bit of a warm-up between doing that stretch and actually performing. And that's how you can kind of work your way around it. Now on the other side of it, we have active stretching or active isolated stretching. And much like we use our bicep here, if I engage my bicep, my tricep has to lengthen back out. It's like this reciprocal, we call this reciprocal inhibition, where our brain kind of flips a switch and allows one side to reduce its tension a little bit. And that is a stretch that is very appropriate before a performance bout. It's a way to reduce tension in a tight muscle and help it perform better. And so having this debate and getting caught in, well, I always stretch every time, to I never stretch because of these reasons, it's really the wrong conversation. We want to get in a position where we're picking the right stretch when we need it for the purpose of whatever that may be. Maybe it's because we're trying to improve our range of motion. Maybe we're trying to improve our performance in a specific scenario. And so it's a much more nuanced conversation, and when you really understand your toolbox and the tools in that toolbox, there's no more debate. I would love to get your questions so we can have a deeper conversation on this for anybody who's interested. You're welcome to come to our school, the Master Trainers Academy, or if you're interested in a consultation with any of our trainers to learn more about how this could help you in your performance, hit us up. Meantime, like us, subscribe to us, tell your friends, and we'll catch you next time.